Good morning, Donnell. Sitting here just looking at the what we're looking at the open. I saw SPRC, GCT coming on down just like I thought it would. Let's see, down to $6. CTM down as well. So we'll see what becomes a winner on the day. Give me 1 second. I gotta answer some of these messages here on Monday morning. Tim, all right. So Lloyd Drifter. Oh man, everything we saw in pre-market going down just like we know they will on Mondays. Let me do a little bit of delegation here. You guys looking at anything specific, you can drop it in the chat if it's something that I'm not already looking at. Let's see, thumbnails. Come on. All right. Got all that. Now let's flip over to TD. See what's going on here. All right, so over here on TD, our top volume movers, we see NIO, XPEV, Meta, PLTR, SPRC, which I already have over here. Donnell's looking at SPRC as well. Veru, one that we've seen move before. Update: FDA staff reviewers say none of the uncertainties related to Veru's COVID drug data alone invalidate mortality benefit. So is that good news or bad news? Let me read that again. It says here, Veru shares traders circulate Friday FDA release titled Updated Agenda and Public Participation Information. FDA reviewers say its review has identified number of uncertainties with Veru Inc.'s COVID drug data. FDA staff reviewers say all of the uncertainties related to this experimental COVID drug data raise questions about results. I don't like that news on Veru. I don't know why Veru would be going up, but that's kind of dangerous news. Let's see what else we got up here on the micro floats. SPCR, HUDI is a little bit more expensive. Tupperware. So yeah, Veru's definitely got some scary news to be going up right now. I don't understand that. Up 23% on that news of uncertainty. Let's see, Veru. All right. Where's that other one I was looking at? GCT looking great down here. Coming on down, baby. Coming on down. Melting the pot. Like it. So GCT had a top up here of 656. Quite a bit of range downwards. Kind of slowing down there though. The first candle had 2 million shares traded on it. Only 7 million shares traded so far. Not seeing it compete with the top volume movers, but maybe it'll be able to do something a little bit special here in a little bit. I don't know. DWAC, did it go up or down? Continued down a little bit. Let's see. Let's look at SPRC. That's the one that Donnell was getting on into. Had a top up there of 175. Resistance. We've seen this one over the last couple of weeks doing things. Creating a higher low right now, but as well a lower high. So higher low, lower high. There's a little bit of indecision. We'll see what it can do here under the 175s. Veru still blasting up, huh? Veru going back and testing that 13 right under the 1350s again. GCT gonna give it some more time. Got red on the hour and the 30 minutes, so give it some time to come on down. But I do like the ranges. Look at this. Well, let me see. This pop was from 582 up to 598. That's not a huge pop there. So for it being as low float as it is, I think the float is Drifter, also called ORGS as well. I'm about to go and look at that. The float on GCT was 2.45 million according to Yahoo Finance. Let me look at ORGS. ORGS dipping. This range was from the 160 down to the 142. About a 20-cent drop there. Has some resistance up here at the 170. Did it have news or something on ORGS? ORGS. Genesis shares are trading higher after company announced its subsidiary secured a $5 million investment to accelerate point of care services. Okay, Genesis secure. Okay, so same news right there. They secured up to. No, this one says up to. This one says secured a $5 million investment. So, interesting, but we'll see. SPRC continues to get more and more pressure here. Right at that one, from the 150 down to the 140s. GCT, man, continue to go down, baby. Popping back up there, checking the $6 right there. Let me go ahead and start putting these levels in. The 650 looks like it was the top on it. 650 got down here. 514 was the pretty much the start or the gap up level. We'll see what that wants to do. Got to come down some more though. SPRT looking like it's about to get a little bit of popping. Looks kind of weird on the 15-minute, but I guess it's okay. 175 up there. A lot of rotating shares in here though on SPRC. The SPY looking like it's got 376. CTM continued down as well, closed down its range with low volume. Really interested in this GTC trying to get back up, but this was just 20 cents and it's looking like that volume's kind of drying up in here. It's the only thing I don't like. ORGS continuing to break new lows. 140s coming on down. That's OYST, that does nothing for me. DWAC, what was the news on DWAC? I remember I looked at that news really quickly, but I was not able to remember it. DWAC. Okay, so DWAC's news, we got shares of Truth Social SPAC merger, partner Digital World acquisition pre-market. Recent reports Donald Trump could soon announce 2024 presidential run. Okay. Shares of Truth Social, why FAT brands shares are trading sharply lower. Digital World acquisition. Okay, why Donald Trump links stock Digital World is soaring today. All right, well, it's a lot of speculation there. Let's jump back over here to the scans real quick. So right now, that sub dollar MULN is still pouring in volume. 33 million shares on that one. Today down 5%. We have IMNM. What is this? Immune presents preclinical data on novel anti-EPN1 antibody at the Society of Immunotherapy of Cancers. 37. Okay. Sun is up 14%. 2 million shares traded on SONN. Let's see. OYST, I don't like that setup. DWAC GCT is back over 6. SPRC Purex. Okay, so nothing really standing out other than those few. SRTS. What's this? Nothing. Nothing. Dual sign. Okay. And NIO is still heating up as well. CYNA Veru. Veru up to $14 now in that weird news. I'm expecting a big crash from Veru. They literally said this drug is uncertain. We don't know what this thing is doing. And it's still going up. It is creating a lower high though. The previous high there was almost $15, 1483s. All right. Anyway, 1483 SPRC coming on down, still testing down. GCT coming up here to about VWAP, a little pop there from the 80s back up to the 6. But overall, still red in this candle, still has lower highs, so we will see what it wants to do. If it gets up and starts going crazy, oh well. But we do know that there is a high there at the 655s, and it is getting held at the VWAP right now of the 612. Good morning, Daniel B. SONN up 18%, giving back most of its little pop there. Only 2 million shares traded. It's low float. Doesn't have any news on the day though. Veru continuing to kill the game, man. This thing's about to go. Let's see if it'll pop this top. The top of this candle was the high of the 1479s. And it looks like that may be a double top. We'll see if it ends up breaking this. Put that up there as a high. But Veru, man, looking crazy on very weird news. Definitely a bull trap. I'm expecting to see that one dive. 16 million shares traded on it, though. See, SPRC going on down as well. So we got a top here, 170. We have a flat, like a flatness here right at the 159, 160 level of resistance. So we have identified our top. So that's step one. Step two is to see this thing start making higher lows, but the low here is the 125s, 126s level. So we'll see what's going on down here. Definitely going down quite a bit there. Veru trying to get up through those 1460s, but just not being able to hold up there. Got a lot of strength in it right now. Shorts have not started to win yet. GCT popping up to the 625s. Still not the kind of setup I'm looking for. This is indecision, so this is too much of a 50-50. It could shoot through the 650s, but I'm just not willing to play that game with it. Not obvious enough for me. $376. Oh, Veru did break those highs there. Will that be a false break though? 1525s is what it looked like it tapped up there. 1513-ish. I just do not understand this move at all. Now, this is an illogical move based on the news. The news is absolutely horrible. Like, if you have a drug and someone's like, hey, we don't know the ramifications of you taking this drug, and there are many uncertainties with our drug, would you invest in that drug? All right, GCT getting pounded again. We'll see how it holds this 582 level. That seems to be like a kind of offset wall right there. Let me see what's going on here. Oh. Out of RMM and what's the other thing? And inverted. Of all devices in work. Let me share that too. GCT getting on up there to the 650s, and again, this is not the kind of move I'm looking for. A little bit choppy, a lot of indecision to the top side, but we just don't know. It's sitting right under previous resistance. It could go, it's a 50-50. Too much of a 50-50. SONN still levitating at the 180s, up 24%, but it is working on lower highs as well. High was 205, and now it's sitting around the 184s. SPRC has a little bit of a bottom bounce here around the 126s. But it's got a big red candle. I would definitely wait because this red is just holding right under. It's pretty much taking this whole green candle out that was made within a whole hour. So I would definitely wait and see what this the test of 125 is going to be looking like on SPRC. Veru still floating around at 15. Donnell said he cut SPRC. Yep, SPRC definitely did not do what was expected. GCT is still holding right above VWAP, but too much indecision. It doesn't know if it wants to do a red or green move. CTM, I'm gonna go ahead and remove CTM. I really don't like it anyway. Hasn't received a whole lot of love down there, so Sun, SONN, getting up there as well. Trying to get back up to the $2 mark. GCT finding resistance. So this is what I was talking about. This is indecision right under this resistance. Now it could do like a little fake break where it comes up here, but that's, you know, that's a 20-cent win if you take the profit. So let's see. We're getting up there. It's about to go for the test. Pushing 650 break. Let's see it. Let's see this false break. 650s. It touched 650 very briefly and bounced down on GCT. Too much indecision, man. Are the big boys willing to play here? It looks like they're willing to play to the short side. Seeing the bids fall here. So from it was going down. We had the 30s up there for just a minute. Let's see what is that 50 going to continue to hold it down here. SONN giving back profits off that $2. So $2 resistance level up there on SONN. And you know, a lot of times you would see this and you'd be like, oh man, this is a lot of buying pressure on GCT. Maybe I should buy, but it's just, for me, it's just, I don't know. It just feels like I'm risking too much on a 50-50 trade there. It could go. It could rip 650 and rip through this top. The top is high of the 668. So, but it's just, my risk tolerance is definitely tight right now, especially with it being a Monday morning, and we know Mondays and Fridays are sell-off days, or Monday mornings are definitely sell-off days. Maybe it'll become a buying later on in the day today, but yeah, as of now, a lot of profit taken, a lot of shorting. Let me go see if GCT is shortable. Can those shorts get aggressive on this one? Shortable, yes. GCT is definitely shortable. So let's see if those shorts get aggressive on it. Veru coming on back down. Formed a little bit of a high there up to the 1550s, but getting pushed back almost $1 there. Dollar loss if you were trying to buy that breakout or buy, yeah, that 1550 breakout. SPRC continuing down. So again, just patience on the morning. Waiting for a setup to come that is in our favor for longs. GCT back up to the 650 still. 650 is becoming more and more of a problem. Let me look on the level 2s and see if we can spot any big orders out here around the 650. No big orders around the 650s though. All right, so came back up here and retested. Six. Okay, so I need to go and chop down that unit. I will do that later on today. SON continue to just stay right there at $2, collecting those longs there for that $2 break. Nice little bull trap. GCT doing exactly what I was expecting it to do. Find a lot of resistance and get going downward. Everybody was so hopeful for that breakout. It's too much hope. Like, there's too many dreams there to be crushed. So, yeah. I'll keep my dreams intact for a better setup. Veru coming on back. Now, the previous resistance that we see on the 15-minute was right here at the 1356. It is coming back down to that, but we need certification on the higher time frames of what the resistance and what the support should be on this one. Not too obvious right now. It's kind of chopping around. On the hour chart, we know it hit a top of the 1550s, but we got to wait a little bit more. SPRC testing that 125 level now. Now, this is what we kind of want to look for, is the sizes of these candles decreasing. The only thing that's throwing this off for me is that it took out this whole hour candle. So it's going to need to go flat around the 125s for a little bit for it to maybe pop back up. But at this point, it's got to compete with everything else that's on the charts. Let me see. I see CEI. That was one of the energy stocks that we see pop on energy all the time, down there on the sub dollar, 13 cents, barely moving. Let's see if anything else has popped up on the percent gainers. AC, oh, that's low volume. Let's see, top. Whoa, what? That he would like. Nah, we need to chill on that. Let's see, Veru, NIL. So yeah, we pretty much seen everything. Let's go look at oil real quick. What are we looking like on oil? So oil has come up here to a high of the 93s and came down, and now revisiting the 90 level again. So U.S. oil and gas producers say numerous constraints on to growing production. Okay, Duke Energy. Okay, not too much to see on oil. Let's go look at the news on the SPY. CB employment trends index for October 19. So it's actually down. So 119.57 versus the 120.17 prior. House Minority Leader McCarthy doesn't rule out Biden impeachment if GOP wins House. Biden impeachment? Dang. This ETF, blah, blah, blah. What the Fed's latest report tells us about risk vulnerabilities and liquidity. Okay, all things I don't care about. Let's jump back over here and keep our eyes on these little low floats. See what can actually play today. SPRC still. We got a double top, looks like, on Sun of the 205s. So a false breakout of the $2 twice there. And now we can see it on multiple time frames, the 15-minute and the 30-minute. Nice little detail there. But you would only know if you waited. And now the massacre begins. The SPY is back up to the 377s. GCT tapping the 650s once again. Just grinding around here. So I'm expecting a nice little fall off under, or a nice little false breakout of the 650 to a collapse. And yes, I am bearish on the market until my setup comes. I'm like, okay, this has been bearish long enough. This is extended. Let's go ahead and get in for a long trade. I am extremely not optimistic about small caps. I want to see extension in my favor. I have zero faith. 0% faith. 100% effort. GCT getting bumped down off that 650 again. Small position on GCT. Long 648. Man, you got some faith. But we'll see what happens there. Very small breakout of up to the 1540s. So definitely a little unpredictable. Just continue to just bump out, do false breakouts, bump out, do false breakouts. What? Okay. I'll get that done in just a few. So SPRC did make a lower low, so we'll see how it tests above this 119 level. But it's got some time, man. You gotta wait on this one. It's already got momentum downwards, kinda holding up 125. Not a whole lot of gas behind it. Veru, will you come back red? Are you ready to drop? Veru with 24 million shares traded, continuing to go higher and higher, just grinding. GCT, what ended up happening with that? Just kind of holding in this level, in this area. The 15-minute candle will close in 2 minutes on GCT and 2 minutes for everything else as well. So we'll see the true sentiment once the volume starts to decrease. Who will stand on top? NIO, PLTR, Veru are the top volume gainers today. Above sub dollars, of course. Sub dollars, we have MULN, CEI, FFIE. Yeah, Daniel B says market is boring today. Nothing will happen before election. We'll see. You never know, man. There's opportunity somewhere. Somewhere. And if they're not obvious, then don't take them. Don't be out here guessing around. All right, so GCT continue to grind under the 650s. So original candle, we had 2,400,000 ish shares, down to 1 million, and now back up to 2,500,000 shares. So right at that 650 again. If this is a bull trap, this is a wild bull trap. Let's see what happens. 650 just cracked. Will the shorts jump on heavy here? Getting a little short squeeze there. Has broken to new highs. 670 is we'll see if it can hold the 675s. Up 6% since the open. How aggressive will shorts be on this one? Can we see it back under 650? 650 breakdown is going to be definitely bad. $680s, $690s. Okay. Nice little range. Moved from 650, so that's a 30-cent jump, 40-cent jump right there. Yeah, Donnell. Donnell said, let's go $7. Hey, you got it, bro. Let's see what $7 is looking like here. Trying to hold those 90s. Exit 683. Hey, nice trade. 683. Got in at 648. Hey, that's 40 cents. That's 40 cents of profit. Let's see if it gets clapped here under 7. Actually, let me look at the daily chart as well. Jeez. GCT. I don't know where this one can go, really. We look on the daily chart out here. Let's see. It's got 200 moving average up there at 889. Got a previous top right here at the 787s. Don't really know if it can get all the way up there on this news. We'll see though. Kind of getting held up under the 7. Let's see if we can go ahead and push through 7. 698. Are the hopes and dreams up here? High of 699 on this candle. Seeing the 80s come back in, will it start breaking down at 685 on the bids? Up, looking like it wants to. I don't know, man. This thing is one of those things. It's kind of like a guessing game at this point at the highs. Will those 80s come back into play? Foolish mortals. 90s holding there. Are we getting any kind of big sizes up here yet? Nobody's just sitting there. Now, there are some sizes at 699 I see here, but those aren't huge sizes. We're looking for something like a couple of thousand, tens of thousands of shares, like 20,000, 30,000 shares sitting up there. Not seeing that yet on either side, though. Kind of indecisive whether they want to start shorting this one or not. But definitely hanging around this $7 quite a long time. All right, SPRC continuing down as well. 117-ish. Return to VWAP will be 20 cents, but the range on this is not looking like it can do 20 cents. This is 31 down to 19. So yeah, 20 cents is pretty out of the question. Veru going flat up here right at the 15s. Looks like it, let's see, a break of this high would be the 1540. So it needs a 40-cent push. Things are starting to get heavy. All right, GCT. Still a lot of weight under that $7. Will we get a revisit of the 650s? It's giving shorts plenty of time to get in before this 650. Losing those 90s Will it lose the 80s is the question. 82s on the tape, 80s, 70s coming in there. Will we see more 70s? '78s continue to get bought up off those 70s. Veru with a small little pop up, getting tighter and tighter up here. This now I say tight, but this thing does have quite a bit of range from the 1445 up here to the 1533 in one candle. SPRC going on down to 120. Yeah, I guess Donnell sold at the perfect spot. You know, it's floating around that 683 now. So will those will the 675 become true resistance here? Got about 7 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. And I have not seen anything that I really like. SPRC doesn't really have a reason to come back up. Weak news all around the board. Definitely not one of the tops. It's almost off the top volume movers list. Top 10. Going back up to test the $7 again. And this is the kind of chop I'm just not interested in. I'd rather it come down low, give us a nice entry, a nice little bottom where we can see it. Give us a nice entry, play towards VWAP, break VWAP, sell half at VWAP, break VWAP, and continue that way. But this right here, this is, I mean, if you were to go back tomorrow, or if you were to go back yesterday and come in today again, would you take the same trades? Would you be able to take the same trades based on the information that you saw here? Is it repeatable? Can it be repetitive? GCC giving back everything right there. Broke 7, but just not holding. And that's really what I'm focused on. I want a strategy that's repetitive. I'm looking for the same thing every single time. And it's been working. So I'm like, hey, I'll wait. All right, we got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes left on the stream. As of today, I don't like SRPC, even though it came down quite a bit. This range at this point, let's see, what's this? From the 126 down to the 117. I just don't want to play with 10 cents. I'd rather see something with a little bit more range and definitely able to hold up a little better on the day. A return of VWAP, let's see, what's that? There'll be almost 20 cents now. So I'm okay. That's okay. Sun jumping back up to towards $2 again. GCT about to give back its soul. So be careful if you're trying to get into GCT right now. That top and tail is not friendly. That's a nice punch down back to this previous resistance that we identified here at the 650 level. Big indecision on the hour chart. But Donnell got his profits. Congratulations, Donnell. We'll continue watching the market throughout the day. If you have not checked out the Discord yet, you can check out the Discord. If we see any kind of news, any updates, any kind of new setups, we'll post them there. Let me post the Discord link. Invite. All right. So yeah, there's the Discord link, and yeah, we'll keep our eyes open today. A lot of things are kind of uncertain, but there are definitely opportunities for certain strategies today, and that's why a lot of sometimes it's good to have more than one strategy, but it's also good to stick to. Don't be switching strategies midday. You're like, oh well, I was trying this, now I'm going to do that. Get you a strategy out of your toolbox and see if you can find it on the day. That's it. Don't be trying to switch it up. All right, Veru continuing to try to press up, but finding a lot of resistance up there at the $15. SPRC 121. I mean, it's low, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm okay. I'm trying to grow. The SPY found a little bit of resistance from the 378s, pumped all the way down here to the 320, 376. And this is one last time look at the scans that we got here. Top volume mover, NIO. Well, the top four: Meta, Veru, PLTR, and NIO. For micro floats, SPRC, Sun. Huddy is looking real trash. And then for the percent gainers, we got these ones. But yeah, that is it for me today. I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all have a great Monday morning. And as always, keep your head on a swivel. Take those opportunities. Take that profit when you have it. If the market wants to pay you, check out, the Framework Fortune Media Network. We got all kinds of channels, all kinds of content. If you're interested in cryptos, NFTs, things like that, you can go and check out the Framework Fortune Home channel or Framework Fortune Crypto channel or the DLA DAO network that's going on. There's also a Discord for that as well. And as always, another great day in the stock market. Got to Daniel B says 1929 October 24th crash is coming. 2022 Black Monday October 7th is here. Wow, that's some doomsday type stuff. Appreciate that, Daniel B. You understand my pessimism. But yeah, be careful. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.